And welcome everyone to game number 5 of the MSL Code Platinum Winners Bracket Finals. We have in this matchup the red Protoss player in the top right-hand corner, EQBisu. He was up very quickly in this series. He went 2-0 with two very aggressive one-base builds. And his opponent, down here in the bottom right-hand corner, countered this, saying, "I am Quixoticism, and I can also bring pain." He plays random and fought his way back from being down 0-2 in this series, and this series is now tied up. We are at match point on Whirlwind. Whirlwind, something to note out, this is a 4-player map, just like Star Station. However, I do believe that you can spawn anywhere you'd like on this map. Although EQBisu is going to get very lucky, is going to scout the correct direction immediately on that. So is Quixoticism, although he won't get there for quite some time because he's moving at the speed of Overlord, which is almost not moving. So, Whirlwind, big map, leads to more macro games. Talked about it before. This set of games, this series, has been super fast. Both players really wanting to get damage done very quickly. We once again see the pool gas build coming out of Quixoticism, and now we're going to see if EQBisu can correctly identify that this is the exact same build. He should. The main differences that I would like to see is either an earlier robotics facility or just a sentry and a stalker or two, and making sure you're not moving out onto the map preemptively. As especially when playing against a Zerg player, the threat of a Zergling run-by at any time is extremely large. And so either come all the way out here and wall off out here, leaving, once again, the proper one zealot-sized hole in the wall, or stay back here, doing the same exact type of thing. And so we're going to see if EQBisu makes either of these adjustments and how much that changes, because so far seems to be the exact same build. We have just 2 links out of Quixoticism as of right now. These were previously for scouting and for, just general map control. So we'll see if they can run around and find this probe down here, as it's going to be trying to find a pylon. When I say find a pylon, I mean place a pylon. Whew. This game is so boring. Nothing's happened for the last 2 minutes. This is a very big difference, actually. This base is going down much sooner, so no aggression this time. Instead, we're going to go into macro mode, which I actually am always happy about. We see Warp Gate being researched. We see the second gas geyser on the ground, although underutilized at the exact moment. We see kind of awkward placement from this Overlord. If you move it forward a little bit more, you'd be able to see if their workers start moving. It's not a big deal, though. He might be able to actually get in, as that's that was way more than a one zealot-sized wall. Although with Sentry or with Stalker here, it's not going to be a big deal. If there's only a Zealot, it wouldn't get very much scouting information. And look at that, ring around the rosy. Going ahead and doing that 2 worker in each gas build. We do have 2 more gateways there, so it's going up to 3 gates. Is he going to try to 4-gate once again? The 4-gate's a very universal build, works against almost everything. When it works, it makes your opponent feel like a really bad person. I've had it done to me, and I've done it to people, and it's just a brutal build. However, Quixoticism does have that scouting information. We'll see what he does to respond, as it looks like we're going to see, all 4 gates. And Warp Gate being finished in just a moment here. The worker count is in favor of EQBisu at this point in time. And it looks like these Zerglings aren't quite... Oh, they are in fact going to get it. They're all going to perish in the attempt to make their way in. No, they do make it in. They're going to see what is up. And he should know that there's going to be some sort of craziness happening here. And what is he going to be producing? 3 more drones! That's really bad! Ooh. The Spore Crawler. You need a Spore Crawler. You need a Spore Crawler. Generally you only try to... Yeah, okay, good. Not trying to build a hatchery anymore. That's probably good. 14 blings on the way. That could work. There's the Spore Crawlers. Spine Crawlers. Spore Crawlers are the other ones. Pro tip. Name the units correctly. This delay that EQBisu is having right now like I said before, 4 gates should hit right around 6:30, 6:15. This delay is actually making it substantially weaker, as now these spine crawlers are half done, and there are so many more lings on the field. There's actually drones. Yeah, EQBisu actually was so late that Quixoticism actually thought he had time to start droning again. And it looks like these spore crawlers are going to be able to finish up. They should help out substantially. There are 3 queens here. They should have enough transfuses to really push this back for a little while. We have 8 more lings on the way. And the queens here actually really getting a lot of damage on that mothership core, and that's really a big deal. You should see some transfuses. Nope, no transfuses. No super for you. 12 more lings, additional lings on their way. Okay, good larva inject. Love to see that. Good job here from EQBisu trying to reduce the surface area that those lings can attack on. But counterpoint, good job from Quixoticism for keeping the creep spread all around. It's going to just continue doing pressure here and continuing to defend, and it looks like Quixoticism should hold. Looking at the worker count, we have 23 to 20. It's really close. Actually, all 3 of the drones that became spine crawlers is how much they're behind. I'd really like to see him stop leading with this wounded queen. That queen is actually a significant amount of DPS when you're in an army mostly of Zerglings. He should be leading with one of the others. He needs to also keep up his larva injects, because without the larva injects, he's going to fall behind really quickly. But a whole bunch of sentries, those are going to go down, and so is that queen. Sadly, he was attempting to microwave, and those are very, very lucky sentries. Although they have no energy now. It's going to continue warping in additional zealots, and this is a world's longest attack. Whew. Okay, is he going to be able to break through? There's no expansion out of EQBisu yet. There's no additional production facilities. There's no upgrades. Only thing out of both of these players is units. More and more Zerglings. He needs to continue replenishing and building more of those spore crawlers, or spine crawlers. He needs to take out that pylon, and it looks like he is going to be able to make it happen, but is there too many units here at his front gate to be able to deal with that? Did he lose too many Zerglings? And it looks like the answer might be yes, although it's really unclear at this point. I'm going to keep watching the dance happening here. It's really sad that the creep tumors haven't been able to spread a little bit farther forward, and it looks like with this reinforcement here, this might be the end of it. There's not enough larvae. That's actually exactly what Quixoticism is struggling with. He doesn't have near enough larvae. He's been doing a decent job keeping the larva injects here, but he's need both of these queens for defense. He needs to spread. Ooh, I don't like that being that far forward. That's too far to the side, and now they're not. Oh, okay. I think this might be it. A whole bunch of zealots going to be able to shred down those Zerglings here really quickly. The spine crawler is not going to be able to get in place quickly enough, and the queen's just not doing enough DPS. They're now being targeted down by these zealots immediately, and it looks like this may be it. EQBisu up by double the food of his opponent, and it looks like we're going to see a GG out of Quixoticism. And that means the match and series goes in favor of EQBisu. So congratulations, EQBisu, with your 1-base builds bringing you all the way through the winner's bracket finals. Excellent play there. I'll clearly have some builds rehearsed and practiced, as they are very crisp and clean for the most part. And the games that you lost generally seem to be scouting related and making a few interesting decisions, but that's a big deal. That's something that's relatively easy to fix, actually. The biggest thing is getting builds down and working on that macro. I like to see that he did in fact wall off. He did not want to get he did not want to have a Zergling ruin his day. And Quixoticism, excellent hold here. This is like the world's longest 4-gate attack. It started at 7 minutes. It lasted until 11:30, and the real key here was there was a few spore crawlers, spine crawlers, that were not able to participate in the fight. There was one that was back here for a while, and all the fighting was over here. You need to always fight in range of your static defenses. And I know there was lots of stuff going on. There was lots of APM being spent. Totally understand that. And I did like that these creep tumors were here. I just feel like there's a few decisions there, and then not having enough larvae was actually exactly why I think you ended up losing, as the queen from here had to come down and help defend. But when you did that, all the larvae were gone, and there was no roach warren. Because remember, Zerglings are actually really good. They're just not good enough. They're not good enough. It's that they're very, very larva expensive. And here, that was your limiting factor. So roaches probably would have made it a little bit easier to hold. Also would have liked to have seen some transfuses at some point, but, you know, nothing's perfect. Either way, I think you'll do very well in the losers bracket, and you may very well come back to fight EQBisu in the finals. So congratulations, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the games. I enjoyed them. They were extremely quick, very aggressive. That's not something you see every day. So thanks again, and hopefully we'll be doing the finals here sometime soon.